Oh god, I hate doing this by myself. Luckily, I'm not alone. All right, welcome back to Flatcap Whisky. We have a special guest. You know him in the comments as Gamescommentary, aka Fruit Brute. Is there anything else, sir, that you want to be called?
Yeah, could you just refer to me as Fruit Brute, aka Games Commentary, aka Joe on Lie?
Sure thing, Gamescommentary. All right. So today we're gonna do a review of Bunnahabhain 12. 46.3% ABV. Is there have you had this before, Mr. Fruit Brute slash Games Commentary slash some word?
Joe on Lie.
Yeah.
Yes, I've had this many times. I've had a prior version. I want to say from maybe 2018, um, but this was bottled just last year.
Oh,
It's a
look at
great
that.
selection.
My bottle's a little, probably around a year old, but hasn't really had much. Uh, Drink. I haven't had much of it. Literally, it's like still above the label, the back label on the bottle.
Let me see. Where am I at? I'm halfway. I'm just below the label.
Ah. Would you like to give the story in the back of the can?
There's a story on the back of the can.
Yeah,
Oh, I guess it is a story because it's all made up, right?
exactly.
It's all fiction. It's all fiction.
It's all fiction to put you in the
Um,
mood.
but if you'd like a story time, I can read you some marketing gibberish. Would that
Sure,
be okay with you?
sure. Lay it on the marketing to me.
Okay. Put on my best marketing voice for you. On the remote northeastern coastline of the enchanting Isle of Islay lies Bunnahabhain Distillery. The warming oceanic winds which sweep across the Sound of Islay through the rugged landscape to the distillery help cocoon the casks as they mature into distinctive malts. The idyllic location of Bunnahabhain, pronounced Bunn-na-ha-venn and meaning mouth of the river in Gaelic, was discovered in 1881 when the only real way to access this isolated corner of the island was by sea. Today, the adventurous will still be rewarded by discovering the many subtle layers of this welcoming malt, with tasting notes of with tasting notes to include the nose of fresh and aromatic, fruity floral with hints of dried fruit and a subtle prevalence of smoke, palate light with fruit notes, nutty flavors with a sweetness of slight hints of vanilla and caramel, finish lingering, beautifully rich, and full bodied product of Scotland.
There we go. Look at that. Very well done. I was trying to fix some audio on my end because my thing was still picking up your voice. Same similar issue we had earlier, but I think I maybe fixed it. Also, the you cut out a little bit there because I think you were speaking too fast, but
Mm.
you should be good. You should be good. Thank you. Ah, I think the other host is here,
Look
but
out, he might get jealous.
he might
Does he have a
get.
knife?
He might. I don't know yet.
Does does he have a knife? Does he have a bottle in his hand?
Not yet. Did you also mention that there's natural color and unchilled filtered?
Yes, it is, Alex.
It is. Thank you very much. Um, would you like to read the nose and palate and finish, Miss Sierra?
I already did that.
Oh, you did. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. All right. Let's just give this a second because he's gonna come inside. He's gonna ruin the take. Here we go. We're gonna get a raw footage. Here we go. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh God.
I disagree with the pronunciation, even though the native English speakers over there are pronouncing it the way they do. I'll never say
Bunnahabhain.
Bunnahabhain. I'll never say Bunnahabhain.
It's
Never. Not gonna happen.
Bunnahabhain.
It's Bunnahabhain.
Bunnahabhain.
Who is that? Who's that dude? Um, the older looking guy who does streams all the time. Aquavite. He did a video on how to pronounce some of the distillery names over there,
Yeah.
and he does the correct way, or whatever he considers to be the correct way. I guess because there's different accents and stuff across Scotland. And he says it really doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter how you say it.
You say it the way you want to, besides Islay.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Bunnahabhain. Bunnahabhain.
Uh oh. Here he is.
Are you filming without me?
I'm filming with Billy. We do the nosing.
Yeah. Why don't you give us a little bit of the nose there?
Give a little of the nose there. Let me just look at the.
Yeah, I just took my cap off. I have a cap on my glass, by the way.
Oh, I got a cap in my glass too. I got a Scotch test dummies thing. Fruity floral hints, notes of dried fruit, and subtle prevalence of smoke. I don't know if I believe that.
There's no smoke in this at all.
It's sweet. Oh, God,
It's definitely on the sweet side.
the alcohol's a little hitting me in the nose real quick.
A little bit of
There's
alcohol tinge, not much.
There's a little bit of spiciness coming off of it.
Describe the spiciness.
Describe the spiciness. Nose tingling.
What do you mean spicy? Spicy how? Like spicy like
smelling
nose tingling?
spicy like nose
Like prickly
tingling.
pear.
There's no prickly pear in this. That's all I'm getting currently. I'm getting like the fruitiness, like the fruity like sweetness and a pepperness that tingles your nose if you smell like pepper.
Yeah, I don't get pepper. I smell this.
Hints of dried
Getting a
fruit.
little bit of alcohol. A little bit of oak. No smoke at all.
I'm not getting the.
I would say this is more like definitely the sherry, like a sherry vibe to it on the nose, but with the
I'm not getting sherry at
red
all.
red fruit a little bit, and I mean small amount, not much. I mean small.
No,
Definitely more than Macallan 12 though.
I-
Macallan 12 just smells like fucking water.
I can. Maybe the fruitiness is dried, like a dried. Like it kind of has like a. It's not as like freshness of a fruit. Like
From a scale of 0 to 10 on like the dark fruit strength, I'm gonna go like a 3. It's not a lot there.
what is a dark fruit?
Dark fruit is gonna be something like plums,
Yeah,
cherries.
there's none of that.
Uh,
I don't think it's even like I would agree with you on that on a like a
I mean,
3.
it's low. I mean, there's a little bit of that kind of thing there, but it's very low on the scale, if you ask me.
Hold on, I'm doing your favorite thing.
Oh, God, why do you do
Ooh,
that? It's
dude,
disgusting.
maybe there is. Dude,
Yeah, there is.
hold on.
Yeah.
Do that. Do the thing you hate that I do. Do that. Did you already do it?
No.
I want
No,
you-
I didn't wash my hands after using the bathroom. I'm not doing that.
Dude, I got like I think I got a cherry note by doing that. Let me try that again. Hold on.
Now, is it a Cheerwine cherry? Is it a Mountain Dew cherry?
It's like subtle.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to it in terms of that. There's a
Interesting.
tinge of it.
All right, let's go on the palate.
I think Ralphie might refer to it as like a current or something.
I don't know
What does
what
he call it?
I don't even know what a currant is.
Current's a kind of like
He
berry.
talks about so much like different fruits. I'm like, I've never tried that. What fruit shop are you going to, Ralphie?
Sultana. He likes the word sultana.
I don't even know what sultana even is. Let's go on the palate.
Okay. So the palate has a bit of smokiness to it. I didn't find any in the nose, but the palate's got a little bit of smokiness there.
Ooh. It's
Not picking up the dark fruit though.
okay. So on the palate, I didn't get that. It was just really, it like burned my mouth. I also like bit my tongue, so it might be because of that earlier. Um, but I got it at the smoke. The I'm thinking of the finish, but I got a lot of smoke and like really tingling mouthfeel. Like
On the front, on the front, it's kind of loaded with like a wood sugar, um,
I don't know what wood sugar.
which is like really pleasant. Very pleasant. It fades as you go towards the finish, though, and it just basically turns into alcohol. No more sweetness on the finish, which is a little
So
disappointing.
here's the thing. Me personally, I care for nose in the finish. The palate, I can never
Hmm.
really taste the palate because it just burns and
Well,
nothing.
the finish is part of the palate.
I know,
You have the
but like I
you
finished.
notice most of the finish.
So in the finish, I got like a dark fruit on the finish. Like I got like a
Hmm.
cherry thing.
Hmm.
I'm not even kidding about that. I was joking about it earlier. Lingering, lingering, beautifully rich and full bodied. It is lingering. It is
On the
long. It is
see
long.
on the
It's malty.
see,
But
I'd
like,
actually say the finish isn't that long.
it's still going. Well, I just did have another sip, so there's that. I'm gonna put water.
Um,
I'm putting water in it.
oh yeah, this does not need water for me. No way.
I'm gonna try some
I,
water.
I've tried it with water in the past, and it kind of, I don't know. I feel like this whiskey doesn't take water very well.
Ooh, I get like a, like a. I want to say brown sugar, but I don't think it's brown sugar. Like a cross between brown sugar and maple. That's weird.
Mm.
I need to take a sip of this little.
There's a lot of tannins on the back of this. Fair
What?
amount of bitterness on the finish.
There is bitterness in the finish. Yeah, when you add water to it, the oakiness comes out. Maybe that's what I'm confusing it with. It smells like fresh, like oak, with like maples or something. Does that make any? Did you put water in yours or no?
No, no, I'm not going to put water in mine. I've put water in this many times in the past, and I feel like water just rips this to shreds.
I disagree. The nose is way better. It's a lot subtler. It like doesn't hit you in the nostrils.
See, I don't think the nose is that alcoholically potent to begin with.
I
I mean, there's a little bit there, yeah, but it's not that crazy. It's not like you're smelling like not like you're smelling Jack Daniels or something.
All right, I'm gonna go in for another swig of.
There's almost a lemony, like an artificial lemon to the scent too.
Adding water to it cuts the burn down considerably. Like the spiciness, pepperiness that I got in the beginning. I think I like better with water. But I don't think I got any of that cherry notes though. That I got earlier.
No, I'm not getting much dark fruit on the palate at all. Just a little bit of wood sugar up front. Slowly kind of fades into a light alcohol flavor in the back with with bitterness like tannins, um, wood flavor, I guess, if you would.
Yeah, I think
Um,
you get a bit more oak with the water too.
See, I had been under the impression that Bunnahabhain was always like a heavily sherried whiskey. Um,
I don't
I'm
think
not. It doesn't feel heavily sherried at all.
no. I don't taste any
I
sherry.
mean, it does have that reputation, doesn't it?
I don't think so. I don't know. Hold on a second. Let me check my. I got my malt whiskey yearbook right here. Let's check Bunnahabhain out real quick. Bunnahabhain, sorry. I thought I was going to get some more information on the 12.
Google to the rescue.
That is from the.
So the Bunnahabhain has a touch of smoke and repeated malted whiskey, introduced during its creation and combined with a higher sherry influence. Hold on, let me make sure this is the right thing. I think this is core range here. Wants me to put in my birthday. I was born in 1925.
1936.
So if we go into the core range, according to their website.
You're going robotic.
Yeah, here's our 12-year-old has. What's that?
You were going robotic for a second.
No, am I better now?
Yeah.
Our 12-year-old has set the tone for the benchmark for the rest of the range. Only the best will do. Double matured in ex-bourbon and ex-sherry casks. So this does have sherry influence. It definitely has a history of having some sherry influence. And I'm not getting a ton of sherry in this one. I'm definitely getting the sweetness in the front, like I mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's vanilla or not, I have no fucking idea. Sorry. I have no freaking idea. But there's definitely a sweetness in the front that subsides towards the finish, gives way to the alcohol, the tannins, a little bit of bitterness. The smoke is throughout. That's about it. The Bunnahabhain, what I'm tasting in the glass right now, is, in my opinion,
dude,
what it's almost like a Glenfarclas 12. Actually, it's really similar to Glenfarclas 12. I'm actually shocked at how similar it is to Glenfarclas 12.
I haven't had Glenfarclas 12. I think I have it open. It's in the barrel, actually, some of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think when I tried it, I didn't really care for it. I think I don't like Highlands. I really don't.
But no, I mean, this isn't bad at all.
So I just added a lot more water to this.
Mm-hmm.
And the nose is popped open a little bit. Like, it almost smells like it gives me that Kleinleash 14 vibe. Like, I don't want to say it.
Kleinleash 14?
Yeah.
I've never had Kleinleash 14, but from what I understand,
it's got prickly pear.
That's very high praise.
I hate to say this, but I think I smell prickly pear.
What?
I think I smell prickly pear. I
think you need to stop reading the back of the canister.
I'm not reading it's not on the back of the canister. It's prickly pear's even on the Kleinleash 14 nosing notes.
It's a joke. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I feel like you're searching for things to say about it, but that's I don't know that.
No, there's a possibility.
It's a very simple nose. It's a very simple nose. It's a very simple palate. There's not a whole lot to either of them. It's just a really straightforward, sherry-influenced whiskey. It's about the same as Glenfarclas 12, if you like that. It's way better than Macallan. Macallan is...
I really don't like Macallan 12.
The Macallan is a travesty. I remember the first Scotch I ever had was a Highland Park 12.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a short list of 3 whiskeys that I wanted to buy to be my first 3 whiskeys.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed 2 more. And the Macallan 12 was on there because I knew it had such a long reputation, a long history. And I remember hearing that it's like the most counterfeited whiskey and this and that and blah, blah. I'm like, well, this stuff's got to be pretty good. And luckily, I didn't choose that as one of my first 3 whiskeys. And I finally got it like 6 months ago for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, what a letdown. What a bland malt, single malt. Very, very bland. This is Bunnahabhain 12 is way better than something like a Macallan 12. If you're someone who drinks a Macallan 12 or a Dalmore 12 or something like that,
mm-hmm.
this is a big upgrade for you.
I've never
and you're
had.
paying a lot less money.
I've never had the Dalmore 12.
The Dalmore 12 isn't that great either.
But all right, I think we should get in the reviews. We're going on for 32 minutes now. Some of that's done.
Yeah, just edit it down to 5 seconds.
Edit it down to 5 seconds.
But make this a short.
So, what would you give this scotch? The single malt Isla Scotch. Now you can do this.
I'd give
you could give this the William ratings, which switches between 1 out of 10 and hockey teams, or you can do it like a normal person and just do 1 out of 10 / 1 out of 100.
Tell you what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. The Fruit Brute, aka Games Commentary, aka Joe and Lai way. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a score, and I'm gonna give you a video game.
See, that's how I originally did the first two or three episodes.
Oh, so you're stealing my shtick.
No, I did this way before you even.
Listen, don't you even come near my shtick. Okay.
Listen,
my shtick is I have a very large shtick. Okay.
Listen, I've been on YouTube since 2007. Okay. Hold on.
I've made videos.
I was in the partner program way back when, and they took me out of it. Okay, I was there. I had to get
a video.
I
a million views.
I remember
was about a karaoke song on the Xbox. Karaoke game.
No, that was U-Star, and my biggest video I deleted actually because of possible copyright issues.
All right.
But anyway,
so I'll give you my review. All right. So, this is a really straightforward, low-cost, sherry-influenced whiskey.
you didn't have any sherry though. You didn't taste any. You said.
Yes, but I said there's a little bit. I don't smell a lot of it. I don't taste a lot of it, but it is sherry influenced because they do put it in sherry casks.
Mm.
That's what I mean, right? There's not a ton of it there, but there's a lot more of it than compared to like a Macallan or Dalmore, which are much higher cost. It doesn't hold a candle to the Glendronach.
Mm-hmm.
It's comparable to Glenfarclas, which I would say is good. So my numerical rating for this one, I'm going to say is an 8.2. 8.2. And I would say if the Bunnahabhain 12 were a video game, PC games, this would probably be like you have to edit this down for a second because I gotta look.
Spit it out.
Hold on.
Anyway, I'm gonna do mine while he thinks about it, I guess.
God, dick.
It gives me time it gives you time. So, Bunnahabhain 12. He gave it an 8.8, which I didn't think it was gonna go that low. I thought I was gonna go pretty low. But I was going to give it like an 8.4. Possibly. Maybe almost to like an 8.2 as well. Maybe I don't even go as 8. I don't know. I'm not impressed with it. Even when I first had it, I wasn't really super impressed. Like Ralphie gave it amazing, glorifying review, I think. Because it was his first thing, which that could be the nostalgia hitting him. Because that was his first scotch, I believe, he had in a bar. But, yeah, it's like an 8.4, almost to an 8, kind of. I thought in the initial tasting, I think it might have been an 8, but when you add water to it, I think I enjoyed it more, so an 8.4. But low, it fluctuates between the two. That's probably why I haven't really drank. I really don't touch it, so it's not something I keep going back to. So this bottle I'll probably have for a lot longer than, probably for another year, maybe even longer. Yeah, that's what I got. I don't have a video game attachment to it, but maybe Games Commentary Fruit Brute / some Chinese leader.
John Lai.
Yeah.
I would say that on the video game side of things, this is probably like a Torchlight 3.
Torchlight 3.
Mm-hmm.
The worst
of the three.
I've never
the
played.
worst of the three, but Torchlight itself is a decent series. It's the worst of the three, but it's better than, say, like Titan Quest, which is what the Macallan would be.
Titan Quest? Wow, that's a deep cut. No, never played Titan Quest, but I know what he's talking about. But anyway, that's this episode of Bunnahabhain 12. Would you like to say anything else, Mr. Fruit Brute? Games commentary.
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know that the world is not flat. I'd like everyone to understand.
Listen,
that...
you take a picture from a plane and you zoom in, it's flat. Okay, there's no curvature. They don't account for the curvature of the Earth when they're flying.
I'd like everyone to know that while the world actually is round and not flat, Springbank doesn't actually exist. It's just a lot of memeing, and it's a whole bunch of... it just doesn't exist. It only exists on paper. Anybody who's ever had it is actually just having this like collective memory from witnessing like some kind of gas explode in the atmosphere off of the moon, and it influenced their minds. It's a collective recollection. They've never actually had it. Gav's Drams does Springbank all the time, and I'm telling you, it's iced tea in those bottles.
All right. That's a lot to say. I'm also wearing a NASA shirt, by the way. We're doing this. So convenient. All right. That's Bunnahabhain 12 Flatcap Whisky Reviews. We're on YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey. What else am I on? A whole bunch of other things. Be sure to give it slam that like button. Slash it. Smash it. Whatever you want to do.
Poop on it.
You can do that too. All right. Out of here.
This feels like in Mrs. Doubtfire when Robin Williams' character's playing with dinosaurs and the guy's watching. That's what it felt like for me.